What is up, guys? It's Kevin back in with a quick new video, just showing you guys what I've been doing and what I've been working on now. This is, I believe, update number 2 on the Honda Civic, and I would have had this done last week. I've had this car for right about a week now, but you have to understand the owner of the car had to wait a couple days, like I believe it was 2 or 3 days to get the rings. And then after getting everything out, of course, the last video showed you that it needed pistons, so I had to wait for him to come over to give me the money, and then I had to drive an hour, take off a head, take off the oil pan, and get some pistons for it. So the car itself is basically exactly like it was on the last video, but let me show you this. And this is kind of what you have to do. I mean, I could have just got the pistons, just throw them in, like, right here. You see this? Could have got the piston, just throw them in, and I was hoping to have this done today, but I don't want to do, you know, janky work that's going to come back. So, what I'm having to do, and of course you can see the difference between, let's say, this piston and this piston. So I had to let them soak in penetrating oil for a couple hours yesterday to get the rings out and all that. But you see that the way the rings just slide around, that's how it should be. So you want to get that carbon buildup, and like I said, a lot of people, janky ass mechanics, will just throw some pistons in there. But if you see right here, and you always get this with used pistons, inside of here there's a bunch of hard gunk, and it's not easy to get that stuff out of there. But the reason is, if you don't get that gunk out, and it's not really gunk, it's carbon buildup, so it's actually solid. If you don't get that out, the rings won't set properly, and then you'll have issues with, and usually it's just on the oil control rings. It won't set properly, so when you go to put the piston or the oil control rings in, they'll set up and they'll wear differently, which will make the engine start smoking pretty quick. So what you have to do is you got to get some degreaser, spray it in there. You need like a metal scrub brush, you need a pick, you need some carburetor cleaner, and you just got to go through getting everything clean, because if you put it in there dirty, you're going to have some issues. So just these two pistons right here, and like I said, the rods really don't matter. The rods don't matter. What really matters is just the pistons themselves. You want to get all the carbon buildup off of them. You want to make sure that the rings slide like easily. Like, you don't want it to be any like if you're sliding it, you don't want it to like get caught on anything or anything like that. So that's what I've been doing for, and it took me about an hour to do those two pistons. I was going to do them yesterday, but I had to go to pull apart. Like I said, that was about an hour away, and as you can see on the back of my truck, we're trying to clear out the backyard, so I didn't get a lot of time to do it, but I'm doing it today. I know I told the owner that it would be done today or tomorrow, which I'll get the pistons back in it today. The rest of the stuff, it should only take about an hour, maybe 2 hours to put back on, but I want to make sure everything's good. So that might take 2 hours to maybe 3 hours to get everything done, but I'm not going to do that till tomorrow. I'll get the pistons in there today, do that tomorrow, and then get everything back together. I'll make a video on how the car runs, and like I said, if you don't clean it, if you don't put it together properly, you don't want to have to pull the head back off of it again, pull the pistons back off out of it again. Like, do it right the first time. Even if you're using used parts, like these pistons are used, but they look really good. But you can't just throw them in there and expect them to work. You want to go through the proper, like, things to make sure that you're not going to have to redo it. So I'll make a video tomorrow once the car is back running, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Talk to you guys later.